And then Saviour's mentioned that he is learning cybersecurity. So Saviour, this might help you. So Saviour, you will need, and every other person who wants to do cybersecurity, you will need to have naturally the capacity to pay attention to detail. And you need to also have problem-solving skills to thrive in this sector. Every day we read about hacks or data breaches. Companies, small, large, medium, all of it, they need cybersecurity experts. But also, we need to also understand the costs. It's expensive to hire cybersecurity experts. And then also note that in Nigeria, as more services go digital, cybersecurity rules become hotter. So, and over half of businesses have faced cyber attacks in recent years. Like, I went for a tech conference in Edinburgh 2 years ago, and it's just shocking to, I can't remember exactly the statistics, but it was about 50% or over 50% of every business in the UK have faced a cybersecurity attack. But a lot of them are too embarrassed to talk about it. So they may not talk about it because when you talk about cybersecurity breach or attack, the trust your customers trust begins to drop. Nobody wants to, send in their data, do business with companies that are exposed to security breach. So a lot of them don't want to talk about it. A lot of them feel embarrassed. It plays on a lot of intelligence. Some of these companies are very big companies. So that's that. So in Nigeria, it might even be more because we're not even cautious. But I'm just using 50% from what I see in the UK. But Nigeria, I suspect, might be more. And so because of this, some companies in Nigeria and around the world, cybersecurity experts are in demand, and there are not a lot of them. So this can be an opportunity for someone. And to be honest, we'll just talk briefly about this. So before I move to the next slide, I would stay on this a bit because I know a lot of people talk about cybersecurity. It's fantastic, but usually when I advise people on career choices in tech is you need to assess your present circumstance of the situation and be as realistic as possible. There's no walk of faith here. Cybersecurity takes a long time and it's expensive to take certifications. Can you afford the certification? That's where to start from first. Can you also afford to pay for the courses? If you cannot, you can step back a bit and start from somewhere where you can afford, because you're looking in the end for something that's realistic. In the end, it doesn't matter what you call it, but all you need is something that puts a food on the table. I also understand that there's a thing called, you want to also be happy and satisfied in your career, but delayed gratification is also essential here. So just to put it in layman's terms, if you cannot afford to take a cybersecurity course, can't afford to pay for to write the exams, you can start with digital marketing as an example. Which digital marketing in 2-3 months, you can be, you may know a lot. It's easy to, you can learn it and then get employed. In Nigeria, the pay may not be a lot, it may not be great, but it should definitely be something over 100K. And you can work remotely for more than one company. So you can do contracts where you take percentage for any amount you spend, your customer or client spends marketing. So if you work with 5 companies and each pay you 100,000, that's a good sum. When you've got something, when your stomach is now full, you can now decide to go do cybersecurity. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do cybersecurity, but I'm just saying that cybersecurity might take you a longer time. And at the moment, the market is not fully ripe in Nigeria. So meaning that you might not easily get a cybersecurity role in Nigeria. What you do would be to move abroad to get a job. And this is not a fact anywhere. I mean, it's just me thinking out loud. Because of how sensitive cybersecurity also is, you may not necessarily easily get a job from Nigeria because, of course, you know what Nigeria is, what the perception globally people have about Nigeria because of the internet fraud and all of that. So people might be cautious to hire cybersecurity experts from Nigeria. That's just me thinking. I'm not sure. I can't be fact. I mean, I'm not sure anyway, but it's just me giving some advice based on what I think. So it's also something that Xavier, you need to also think about. Can you afford to go through to follow the training to the end? Can you afford to pay for to take those courses? Because in cybersecurity, you definitely need certifications to get a job. You definitely need certifications to even grow on your job. So it's something you think you can do, follow through to the end. Now that you're still at the start, you might need to look into all of this. If your situation is favorable, something you think you can do, it's a great career path. You will be happy in the end, doing the job. So I just wanted to, put that out there.